Jeff Johnson here from GameOn, your source for gaming news and talk, and I'm joined by Knightmage. Good to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
So Knightmage, what do you think about being at the Calgary Expo this year?
This is awesome. Like, I kept hearing how big the expo is and everything, and I got here, I'm like, yeah, that's like bigger than what they said how big it was going to be. This is incredible. So yeah, I'm having a blast.
And I see today you're dressed up as, I'm from Princess Bride. I'm drawing a blank.
Really?
I know who it is. I know, but...
Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, Dread Pirate Roberts. Okay.
And then we have Princess Buttercup over there.
Princess Buttercup here as well with Super KC. That's fantastic.
Right.
So I guess when you're putting together your lineup for a show like Calgary Expo, what sort of considerations go in there?
Well, first and foremost, it depends on if I'm driving or if I'm flying. So obviously I can't take some of my bigger stuff on the plane, so that's number one. Number two, we kind of look at like the guest list to see if there's any celebrities or anything like that we can like dress as, from their show or something like that. And then we look at what we haven't really worn. So this is first time wearing this. Decided to debut it here.
Nice.
And so yeah, it just depends on the show, depends on where it's at and stuff like that.
Now, I remember seeing before the show, you had designed this incredible Goliath costume. And I can just imagine the trouble trying to bring that anywhere.
Yeah. That wasn't going to make it on a plane at all. So that was my second set of wings I've ever made. So the first set was the Angel Spawn, and I made that just too big. I have to actually rent a van to transport those. So I actually kind of learned my lesson and scaled it down for Goliath. So yeah, those wings aren't as big, but they're still pretty big.
So, I mean, looking at that, I've seen you do a couple of different Spawn costumes. Are you a big Spawn fan?
All right. I'm a huge Spawn fan. So I try and do one Spawn costume every year. So I started off with the Hell Spawn, and then did Angel Spawn, and then I did Medieval Spawn, and then this year I did Gunslinger Spawn. I wanted to bring Gunslinger because Todd McFarlane is here, so I wanted him to see that in person and stuff. But again, it wasn't going to fit.
Right. So for people who are getting into cosplay, for people who want to design their own costumes, what is the best advice you can give them?
Start small. Start with realistic expectations. My dream costume is Voltron, but there's absolutely no way, starting off years ago, I would have started off with that costume. You can do it, but you're probably going to burn yourself out, get frustrated, and if you're not having fun with it, then you're not going to want to do it. So yeah, start small with realistic expectations and stuff like that, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask other cosplayers. Go YouTube. You can get your doctorate on YouTube tutorials and stuff. So yeah, don't be afraid to look for help and ask for help, and just know that there's no wrong way to cosplay. So if you don't want to make something there's nothing wrong with buying it. There's nothing wrong with commissioning it from someone else. So yeah, that's excellent.
I see you're supporting Make-A-Wish Foundation today.
Yes, so that is what I do. I cosplay just not only for the art of it, but I like to cosplay to actually be able to give back through it. So at conventions, I give away prints and autographs for free, and I just do donations to various charities.
Oh, nice.
And I work with Make-A-Wish a lot because they have chapters everywhere. So no matter where I'm at, I know there's going to be a Make-A-Wish chapter in that area. Not to mention they're just a wonderful organization to begin with. But, yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
You know what they say, when life hands you lemons,
Do a barrel roll!
and when you want to know about your favorite games, listen to Game On with Jeff Johnson.